I will try. I can't stand this word. This word makes me sick. At any given moment, deep inside our mind, each of us knows what we should do. Not plan, not prepare, not think, not dream, but try. But since the number of buried dreams of an average person's life far more than the number of victories, optimism and results are clearly lacking. What's the point of it all? What does this word even mean? Try to live, try to love, try to do something. What kind of half measures are these? Either you make it or you don't. This is life. And it's not always fun and delicious. Here you have to act. Or just keep moving nowhere, finding excuses between public transport and your workspace. Once you've decided, enough with trying, then you start living. Or you're scared of problems. Problems are good. They always lead to growth. Don't wish for a life without problems. Instead, learn how to solve them. Your level of life is determined by the level of problems you can comfortably handle. Each of us has our own frame, an internal structure that contains information, certain boundaries, and how we express ourselves in the world. This structure holds energy and information, and some call it charisma, willpower, or character. However, most people spend their lives focusing on the external, on the appearances, without knowing anything about their own inner strength and weaknesses. In pursuit of happiness and goals, people imitate others or create fake identities. And for these, there's a whole arsenal of tools and accessories available: loans, expensive clothes, cars, numerous trainings. They hope that by copying an image or making one from their own dreams, they will also gain inner happiness, respect, peace, love, and meaning of life. Life loves to throw false priorities and fabricated values at us. We think that happiness is about minimizing effort and maximizing comfort, about economic stability, protection, having lots of money and access to resources. But that's all nonsense. Happiness is when you're not bound by principles and rules imposed by others, and you're not obligated to turn around when you hear your name. When you have a path of development and you enjoy the journey, not only the destination. I don't care which fancy clothes I wear, mistakes in my texts, political and economical views, sexual orientation, social position. None of that matters if you have strong inner frame. All this becomes irrelevant. The size and strength of your inner core matters. Self-realization, your inner shell, depends on your true values in relation to the universe. And the universe is not that spiraling mess you saw in the latest Marvel's movie. It's your family, the people for whom you take responsibility, the things you have done for external world without expecting anything in return. The imbalance in your outer shell is like a disease, and the consequences are felt in everything: depression, dissatisfaction, restlessness, inner heaviness and misery, among other things. You can live like that endlessly, finding yourself and imitating happiness. We were brought here to create, play, develop, and enjoy our conscious decisions, not to turn into a gloomy piece of shit by the age of 30 and ends up crushed, crumbling into pieces. Survival becomes our chronic stage. Year after year, you're mastering the skill of living from one credit to another. You continuously repeating same mistakes, unaware that it turns them into habits. Always being late, overeating at night, missing deadlines for years, quitting smoking or losing weight, not keeping promises. These habits come from foolish idea of, I'll do it one last time and never repeat it again. The false belief that this time will be the last one gives you a sense of false control and stability. You can always fix everything at any moment, replay everything at any moment. But when fear and depression are added to negative habits, the habit turns into addiction. And only when you run out of time, you will realize how deeply you become addicted to your demons. You think you're gaining knowledge and experience, waiting for the right moment. But in reality, you're simply growing older without gaining anything in return. Many will never understand and will die waiting for miracles. Or kind uncle, who out of goodness of his heart will fill up your empty refrigerator or provide free public transportation. But all you need is tiny step to break free from perpetual coma of waiting. Just start doing without planning, without expectations. Yes, you will get tired, angry, make mistakes and occasionally screw up. These are the rules of the game. Your path won't always bring you the pleasure or pink unicorns and rainbows. You won't always be guided by bright impulses to work on your priorities. Often life will simply send you to hell when you least expect it. But life will still divide everyone according to primitive patterns, what you did or you didn't do. How many times have you tried? How closely did you study the plan? How long did you wait? How much did you hope and believe? Life doesn't care about it. Once you understand this, and life will stop being a bitch and becomes your greatest love. You can perform your mantra for success on positivity, but positive thinking alone is not enough. You need to take action quickly and without need for self-motivation. Even if nobody sees it, even if nobody approves or appreciates it, and while walking towards your goal, and even if you're lying in the cast with a wounded soul, and life and whole world keep shitting on you, that's not the reason for self-pity. Nobody will feel sorry for you. Nobody wants you at this state. Focus on your inner shell and start taking action. People think that if only they decide they want something, they will achieve any goal. But only when they start doing something, they realize there are people who have achieved what they want and others who can't make it. And then you understand that real difference lies in the choices you make. In fact, every day, through your actions, you choose who you will be today, again and again.